So we know population's moving from 7 billion to 9 billion. You already have a world that's short on water.
Every country on the planet feels some sort of pain.
How are we going to feed the world in 2050? What are we going to feed them? Who are we feeding? And how do we drive access, equity, inclusion in that system?
So there's billions of pounds of fibrous byproducts that are disposed of every year from food manufacturing facilities.
40% of the food in America goes in the garbage.
Farming is hard. It's not an easy job.
The average interest rate that a farmer pays in Brazil is 25%. It impacts the food security worldwide.
60% of the restaurants fail in the first 3 years and 80% of them fail in 5 years.
420,000 people die every year because of food contamination.
And one of the reasons I was most excited about this program specifically was not just the impact that we can have helping entrepreneurs succeed. It's also about when we do have that impact with those entrepreneurs, they can impact the world.
They are immediately going to have global impact because food impacts everybody.
We have solutions to literally global problems that can help feed the world.
We've got the technology to not just help people make better food choices, but we've got the technology to help people make better food choices for the planet and themselves.
Pepper can cause an impact of, just in the US, of 35 billion across 700,000 locations. And in similar economies, it can cause an impact of 80 billion.
How can we improve manufacturing to be greener, be more efficient?
So we want to help smallhold farmers all over the world get more of their product into the food supply chain.
By sourcing ingredients from byproducts, we're actually able to reduce food waste and keep this nutrition in the food supply chain.
People should be able to invest in their own food, and this is the beginning of how we are going to make it happen in the future.
And we have to do it. There's just no other alternative. Either we can stick with old technology and old systems that are keeping us back, or we can push forward to the new generation.
Demo day, and we have a launched product.
We have almost tripled our customer base.
Mission accomplished.
IFS had an aha moment sitting literally at the same table with another Techstars startup.
Through the intensity of this program, try and build an MVP, build a demo of the products. It's just been absolutely insane, one thing after the other.
These companies have worked really, really hard over the last 13 weeks.
I love talking to entrepreneurs as they come out of Techstars and ask them what they were thinking when they came into Techstars and how much has changed.
We had high expectations, but we still can't believe how much we have achieved.
Everything that we were exposed to here in Techstars changed the way that we were seeing the company.
What I'm presenting at Demo Day almost literally didn't exist 3 months ago. It was just at best an idea in our head.
Techstars plus Twin Cities, plus all the 8 companies here, it changed completely my point of view of how to be an entrepreneur.
They're going to leave the program not necessarily on a different trajectory that they came in, but on a much accelerated trajectory.
Demo Day is really like the exclamation point on this huge sentence we've been building throughout program.
I'm excited about Demo Day.
I am pumped for Demo Day.
Demo day is going to be like, wow.
Demo Day gives them the opportunity to become really good at talking about their businesses.
The practice pitches get scored out of 10. We actually have to all be at 8 or above to be allowed to actually speak on Demo Day.
Part of what they are trying to accomplish by Demo Day is being able to present how they are going to take over the world.
They're now going to get up on stage and tell the world what they've done and how much they've gotten done.
Here is what I wanted to say on Demo Day, and I did it.
Demo Day is going to be the place where people are going to say, wow, you did that in 13 weeks, so imagine what you're going to do in the rest of the days.
I'm really excited about the part after Demo Day. It's going to be a chance where we kind of take a few minutes to reflect on what we achieved and the things that we want to celebrate together and kind of recognize that achievement. But then the next day, it's back down to it.
Techstars in the program is not about getting to Demo Day. It's about building a big business.
That's the end goal here. It's not to have a great 13 weeks. The end goal is to set them up for success for the long run, and that's one of the things that Techstars does really well.
They're graduating, but we'll always be their counselors.
So Techstars doesn't end after 13 weeks. I fully expect to talk to most of these founders on a weekly basis.
We really do consider ourselves like the other founder of the business.
When you graduate from a Techstars program, you are forever a Techstars grad.
Techstars is for life. We work with these companies forever. Nine out of 10 companies in this world fail. Techstars, about 9 out of 10 companies succeed.
We talked about looking back on the program, but let's talk about what happens to these companies when they exit.
They will have the support of Techstars for life. They will now have these lifelong relationships that they made with mentors over the course of the last 3 months.
The Techstars chapter is closing. We're really excited about the next chapter.
I feel confident to say that we are ready to change the world.
And now we're ready to just hit the ground running as soon as we leave the program.
This community will now support them and help them.
When people come and have this intense experience and they meet their mentors, a decent number of them actually decide that that's where they want to start their business.
I am staying in Minnesota.
We are going to stay here in town.
We are thinking about that, moving our headquarters here.
And this area, St. Paul, Minnesota, the Twin Cities in general, it gets inside you and you don't want to leave. And with the access to the help and the access to the talent.
We learned during the program that the talent here was incredible, but also everybody's like 1 or 2 generations removed from the farm.
I didn't realize just quite how much of an epicenter for my industry that St. Paul and Minneapolis is.
One of the real strengths of the Twin Cities is the breadth and diversity of ideas that are coming out of startups.
And we're going to create it together.
The cool thing about entrepreneurship is that it's contagious. When you sit in a room with some of these entrepreneurs, they're passionate about what they do. It makes you want to help them. It's this really neat effect that entrepreneurship has on people that very few things I've ever seen do.
It's infectious when you're here. They believe it, they're working towards it. That purpose is what's going to help them all be more successful than others who are attempting the same thing.